Sup guys, Beastie here. Today we're going to train our shoulders and hit them with a little wombo combo. Today we're going to be using the EZ Barbell, and throughout this movement I want everybody to think of just ripping the bar apart, that when you grip it, just ripping it outwards. So as you're doing this movement and you raise the bar in front of you, actively imagine as you're trying to rip the bar into two. I'm going to show you why we're going to rip the bar in just a second. See, I'm just doing a regular front raise with the EZ bar. And then when I add that, trying to rip that bar apart, you can see a lot more muscle activation, especially in that rear delt when I'm lifting the bar away from my body. So the first movement of our tricep are just EZ bar front raises. The next movement that we're going to be doing after our front raises is just going to be upright rows. Have your elbows stacked underneath your shoulders and your wrists stacked underneath your elbows. We want to have this motion be as fluid as possible, and you're just going to pull upwards, and you can stop the bar at your shoulders or just right below your shoulders, like so. And remember, rip that bar. And this is why we add that ripping the bar. You can see a lot more muscle activation right here versus having a conventional upright row. Here is a side view of what a conventional row looks like versus adding rip that bar. You can see a lot more muscle activation. Here's a rear view of what adding rip the bar may do for you in your workout. You can see there's a lot more muscles coming into play when you add that rip the bar motion and when you pull. When you're pulling, you're generally working out your back. We really do want to focus on building that rear delt, because those rear delts are really going to round out those shoulders. The rounder your shoulders are, the more size is diminished in the waist because of the illusion of broader shoulders and a more narrow waist. So let's build out those shoulders. Last but not least on our agenda is to do overhead presses. So again, we want to keep our elbows stacked on top of our shoulders when we're pressing and our wrists on top of our elbows. Right here, I'm currently demonstrating a conventional overhead press without ripping bar motion. And right here, now I'm practicing that rip bar motion. You can actively see how many more muscles are going to be engaged. You can see that even that rear delt is more tensed than before. Right here, I'm just doing a static hold at the top with the ripping of the bar. You can see how many more muscles are going to be tensed and activated throughout this movement. So imagine just trying to rip that bar apart throughout your workout. But that's my little wombo combo. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what kind of content y'all want to see in the future. And as always, Beastie out.